Easy.
Ooh.
Hey, welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And this program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know. And we also want you to know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program.
Part.
Yeah, for real. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. It's Freestyle Friday.
It's Freestyle Friday. And today's gonna be like an awesome day.
Yeah, it is. Litty.
Yeah, we got two guests coming in.
We got two guests, one before the hour before the break, and then one after the break.
Yes.
And so we got Tisha Campbell.
Yeah.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
She's gonna be coming in talking about her upcoming comedy tour that she's doing in the Tampa Bay area, really nationally, but she has a stop here in the Tampa Bay area
tonight and tomorrow
for Mother's Day weekend. And so she's gonna pull up on us, and then after the break we got council member and mayoral candidate Brandy Gabbert.
And I can't wait to see what Brandy got in store and what she want to talk about. And remember, all candidates that are running are welcome.
Yes, you are.
To come on the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club.
Yes, you are.
Right.
And she has accepted the invitation. And as well as like Maria Scruggs. So thank you.
Maria Scruggs kicked it off.
Yeah, thank you for that. And then Brandy Gabbert is coming. And we also want to let all of the candidates know, if you're running for office and you're looking for a real way to connect with the people, 99 Jams the Berg has space for you. You can underwrite a show, build your audience, and share your message. So if you want to reach the heart of St. Pete, this is where you do it. For underwriting info, rates, and to lock in your spot, send us a message at 99jamstheberg.com and hit that contact us button. Yeah. It's second Saturday, so it's gonna second. What is it? First Friday, but second Saturday.
Nuh-uh. It ain't First Friday. First Friday was
yeah, okay.
Was the first. It kicked First Friday.
You're right. First Friday was the first.
Yeah, it was.
So it's the second Friday and the second Saturday.
And it's Mother's Day week. Are you doing
Mother's
anything?
Day weekend? Yeah, I'm going to see Mom.
Okay,
Miss Eva, how you doing? Thank you for tapping in. Yeah. I'm going to see my mom and probably do something for my wife, but that's kind of about it.
That it. Are you getting anything for your girls?
I don't usually do too much for them for Mother's Day.
I just asked.
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, I just answered.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I usually don't do too much. Good morning, Tiff. Yeah, I usually don't do too much for the girls for Mother's. I mean, I'll hit them with a Happy Mother's Day text or message or something.
No flowers, no nothing.
I don't usually do that.
Okay.
You heard what I said? I don't usually do that.
I know. I don't.
That don't mean that it couldn't happen this time. But I don't usually do that.
I try to do I definitely get my mom something.
Tanya, what's good? Yeah, of course.
My aunties.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so yeah. We're gonna see. Maybe
what you doing do you do anything like specific or special for Mother's Day? Any traditions that you have for Mother's Day?
We don't really got no traditions. This year the men are doing it.
Okay.
So like
sounds right.
The men are all in a group chat putting it together. They done send us a nice fancy invitation telling us where to be. They're doing they coordinating doing.
So they got a location. They going.
Yeah, we got a location.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are doing something.
Yeah, we're doing something.
It's being done for you, but you're doing it.
Yeah. So the men in our family, coming together to make sure that we're good.
That you're good. Well, that makes sense. That's perfect sense. And I see him on the back end. Good morning. Good morning,
Shayna.
The Mo Show Live.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, yeah.
Listen. Make sure that y'all tap in, check in.
Syndicated over there.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Aviana, I see you coming in, but it says the device is disconnected, and so we working through whatever we got to work through to make this thing happen, y'all. But we here, we up like granny panties, ain't that?
Damien,
comedian Damian Davis. We up like granny panties.
And then today it is second Friday, so if you're looking for something to do, flat sober feelings.
Okay.
Over there at Culture Creative.
That's what's up.
And then y'all know I have to say it. Get your tickets for the 17th, the listening room. Y'all don't even know what we're going through to make sure that this listening room is we flying in, flying out,
doing what it needs to do.
Right. Yeah. So y'all come out. There's still some tickets available. I'll throw the link up there again for y'all to come out the listening room with Cheyenne. Okay.
No, that's amazing. Like, y'all. And so, yeah, again, it's going to be a huge weekend for a lot of things, man. May seem like it's really busy as well. Because I know
like it's almost over with.
No, it's just getting started.
I'm just saying, but we're all ready.
I mean, all of the planning and all of the stuff has been, mapped out. But yeah, we got we doing a Know Your Rights workshop. We also did we're doing this, you may not know, but we're actually training presenters on the South St. Pete CRA check-in report. Policy Partners did the report last year. And so we're training people on the report so that they can go and talk to their friends, talk to their families about what's in it. I did
know, and I think I signed up.
Yeah. We gonna talk off there.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
I think I missed the first meeting, but I did.
You missed a couple of them.
Oh,
but it's all right. It's all right. So. But anyway, we had our first training last night.
Oh, wow.
Really great session, lots of great people, and really excited about it. Some key takeaways, lots of things that folks have been doing. Okay. And we see that I guess it's gonna need a little more time, and that's fine. We'll be able to take the time that we need. Yeah. And so but yeah, man, it was amazing. And we're doing it's going to be 3 trainings. The first one, we're talking about the CRA plan itself. Really just getting people acquainted with the plan, with the CRA as a mechanism and a vehicle, not as a program, but like, what is it actually? And so we did that last night. And then next week, we're going to get into the actual report, really talking about what the data shows, what the changes have been. And then the third session is going to be more about like running the room and what you got to do to get the data that we need. And so, yeah, it's an exciting time to be alive, man. So, and then we doing a Know Your Rights workshop on Friday, May 22nd.
Okay.
Save the date from 5 to 8. And we are partnering with So it's going to be the Black Voters Matter Fund is sponsoring it. The workshop is going to be led by the Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. And so they'll be coming down to talk about how to apply for assistance, because there's assistance that they have where they'll pay fees and fines for returning citizens.
And it's important.
Yeah.
Like, people don't understand, and we fought for this really hard for this, and then we got over here in St. Pete, we did get a lot of people.
Pinellas County, come on,
like we was on it. And then you can't be mad at like the people that came in, because Michael Jordan, I think, LeBron James. I called him John. LeBron James. Everybody kind of poured into this fund to make sure, because once the law had changed, DeSantis came in and say, "Wait, hold on.
Yeah, y'all moving too fast.
And then y'all can't, we're not just giving you back your rights like that.
Yeah.
You got to make sure all your fees and fines are paid. And just depending on what state you in, some people get out of prison and their rights are restored
automatically.
Immediately. But here, that wasn't the case here in Florida. And so, and they was doing trickery too. They were then telling people that was illegal. When they did get there, they were trying to do everything to stop you from voting. So this is why, it's so important for you to vote. Talk. If you are a felon, and you want your rights reinstated, right? Please, and you owe any fines or fees, reach out to FRCC.
FRRC.
Yeah. Okay, FRRC.
Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. Yeah.
And they'll help you pay a portion of it, if not all of it.
Yeah.
Because
pull up on us on the 22nd.
Yeah, and because honestly, it's important. These judges that's on the that's sentencing you is getting voted in to stay.
Yeah.
So this affects you. This is why that you need to get your rights to vote, because we need them out of there.
Get them out, please. And thank you. And it's definitely so it need to be that way in Florida. Our ancestors did the big one for us to be able to vote. Please vote. Thank you for that. That's absolutely the truth. And but that's what it is. So we're doing that on the 22nd, and then we got a Senior Wellness Day coming up in June. And then Friday Night Done Right is going to be kicking off as well. School's about to end, so it's like it's an exciting time. Yeah, lots of good things, lots of great things that are happening. Qiana, what's good? Happy Friday. I see you. Judges and senators, we need a big show up. It's the truth, man. You see they like changing the lines. I mean, if you got to cheat to win.
And Kathy
Castor
is no longer.
Yeah. According to these new maps, I mean,
will no longer be representing our area.
So does it happen like right when it's passed, or is it got to go through courts first? Because I know they was like immediate lawsuits and people have been sued.
Yeah, they go through, but the way that it works is that once they pass it, they then put it in. So like this election, these maps will be, they will be in.
Yeah,
that's what we will have to go by. So even by the time you sue and everything get changed back, the damage is already done.
Wow.
So it's important again for you to go out there and get registered to vote, so that their plan don't come to fruition.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to cheat. They want to get, because they're cheat.
They cheating.
Well, yeah, they are. And so this will give them 4 more seats.
Okay.
With the way that the maps are redefined, and they have been changed. Now they're like going right through neighborhoods. You ever had like a railroad track go straight through your neighborhood and mess it up? Or you ever?
There when I got there, by the time I got there, the railroad track was already laid.
Okay, so they doing us. You know how like you go to Bogey on this side and the other side go to Lakewood. That's what they doing to us.
Oh yeah, right across the street. Hey y'all.
No, you go to Gibbs, but I go to.
When it's time for you to go vote, you got to go somewhere else.
And we're neighbors, like we're right there. So please take this serious. Anybody tell you that your vote don't matter, they are lying. And the reason why we don't get what we want is because we don't come out in the masses.
That's what they told us. You think that's really the case though? Coming out in masses will get us what we want?
I think so.
Sure enough.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. And if because one is, if you don't vote, it's a vote for the other party.
I hear that.
Right. And you don't think that, but I hear people say like, I only vote here. But it's very important for you to vote because we got, again, the judges.
You see my wheels turning.
Yeah. Like, because if they're trying to, so like, let's say they say, if they plan on, in their mind, they're going to say 35% of them are not going to vote.
Okay.
And then we're going to steal 5%.
That's all they taking?
I'm just doing numbers. Just
I got
hypothetically.
you. Yeah, so 35 won't come out.
And
5%
then that 5%
steal.
we're gonna steal.
Yeah.
But if 45%
that we won't allow to vote because they got fees and fines.
And so just think, if that percentage of the fees and fines get paid, right?
Okay.
Oh, now they up alarm. And then the 5% that they were gonna steal, now that 5% actually do go vote, like 10% more go vote. And then the people who say I don't vote, they go and vote. Even if they try to steal it, we done came out so big that now it's still in our favor. If that makes sense to you.
Stop the thief. That's all. And one of the ways you stop the thief is by getting involved.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit it out. Don't be on the sidelines.
Yes.
So I saw this article. It was a story, family, and it was really a family tragedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says family tried to protect their sister. Now 2 brothers are dead. So what had happened was, according to investigators, this tragedy started as what appeared to have been an ongoing domestic violence situation. Reporters say the woman had allegedly been dealing with abuse and conflict involving her boyfriend. Concerned for her safety, her 2 brothers showed up to support and protect her during the confrontation.
Mm-hmm.
But the situation escalated violently. Authorities say the boyfriend opened fire, killing both brothers. The woman later told the police that the suspect blamed her for what happened, repeatedly saying, "See what you made me do." And now the suspect faces murder charges. So I guess the bigger story is what we're talking about. Of course, this is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And so as we're in this month, talking about how domestic violence situations escalate often. How do you protect a family member or how do you engage in a situation where you know it's domestic violence? You know that they're with a violent person. Like, do you show up and like?
Some you do show
like
up.
The brothers do.
They did. But so what happened
how
is,
you handle that?
So she left the house.
Okay.
And they were in the house, and she told them not to open the door. And when he came back, they opened the door, and that's when he,
Okay.
It's really hard because I mean, some people lose their lives about their family members, and they okay with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
2 brothers.
Yeah. But they never thought, like, I mean, you get the law involved if you have to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you just never know.
Because they said he left and came back with the gun.
Right.
Oh, left and went out to the car. Somebody saw him go to the car. He came back to the door. He bamming on the door. Like she's saying, don't open the door.
Because she left.
They opened the door.
She said she left to go get help or something like that. But I don't know why she didn't just call. But whoever saw him get the gun, that would have been a sign right there for whoever saw him to call the police.
What they said was they saw him put something in his pocket.
Oh.
They didn't see exactly what it was that he did. They saw him put something in his pocket, and later on they realized that it was a gun.
It's never okay for anybody to put their hands on anybody.
Yeah.
Let's say that. And there's so many, it's such a sticky, because I can't tell you what to do or not to do.
So here's the question for the chat, y'all. How do you protect someone you love from an abusive relationship without putting yourself or them in great danger? How do you do that? How do you protect them from the relationship but also without putting yourself in danger? Is that even possible? Like, do you have to be in the line of fire?
You don't have to be. You don't have to. You don't have to. But a lot of times people do. But so yeah.
Give us a call. Let us know what you think. It's 727-637-2416. Also, have you ever been in a situation? Have you ever? Oh, here it is. Have you ever helped a loved one through a toxic or abusive relationship?
All the time. I mean, it's just not like that.
I mean, they ain't picking them right or something.
No, I just think life happens, and like you just never know. Like people go through different stages in life. And I've definitely helped. I know how to give help when help is needed, and when to sit back when it's time to sit back. You have to respect the person boundaries and what they're willing to do, because you can't force nobody to leave anybody.
Right.
You can't force anybody to do anything. All you could do is be that still, be that pillar for them, or be the person that they need at the time when they need it, and trust that they're going to do what's best for them at one point. If it overflows, then you do what you need to do. But
do they always want help?
No.
Okay. And so how do you help people if they don't want help?
Prayer.
Okay. Send up a few.
You send up you
sending it your way.
You know what? Prayer, and you also be that place of safety for them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like sometimes you need that place that you can come, and it's hard for people who love you not to get in. But sometimes it ain't. You don't need to. People sometimes don't want you to come save them. They just need a place so that they can save themselves.
Okay, but then leave the safety place and go back to the toxic place.
It happens all the time.
I know it really does. What's at the root of that?
Because you want me to say, so every situation ain't as toxic as it's toxic, but it ain't as bad as people make it. You think it is.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I hear that. Yeah.
It's so like and
sometimes it may be worse than you think it is.
It could be worse when you think it is.
Like you think it ain't that bad, and then like I've seen that people say, oh well, he ain't that bad. He just when he drinking, he get a little rough when he drinking. But other than that, he's a good person, and I love you, Junior. I love you, Junior. That's some baby boy type stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. But you see people who go through it. Like I remember Dr. Bosch.
Okay.
He said it when he came in, like his wife ended up saving his life, but he had threatened her life.
He threatened her life and she ended up saving his life.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and when you love somebody, you want to try to help them.
Mm-hmm.
But I do believe people can change, but people got to want to change. You can't make nobody do anything they don't want to do themselves.
I hear you, Yubi. And also, I see Mr. Bennett Mad Poets. He said, I guess you offer to assist and let them take it from there. And so you make yourself available for the help and the support. But then after that, either they take you up on it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I thought that was just interesting and topic.
And you heard what Yubi said.
Well, yeah, I did see what Yubi said. Can't repeat it on the air, but if you want to know, go in the comments, y'all. Check out that chat. And also, while you're in the chat, man, just prayers there. Definitely stay prayed up. I've seen it so many times or too many times. It says they go right back to them and be a part of the madness.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, it's a lot of nuances when it comes to that domestic violence and
it is.
All of that
it's
stuff,
rooted into like, and if you go back, even back in the days, you'll see like your grandparents and all that other stuff. At one point,
50 years, 60 years
at one
together.
point, like depending on they told men that they had to run that household, that you had to be a dictator.
Okay.
And that the way that you lead this is by being aggressive. And to get somebody in check is to make them fear you. And so I think in the society, we have a way of changing that narrative.
I'm trying to, I just had a thought. It's not funny, but it's interesting. You got to laugh to keep from crying sometimes. So, Here's the thought, right? And I actually have a story about a couple that was married 70 years. And what the thought came to me is, do you think that they was married 70 years without Papa smacking her at least once or twice? Like, how you make it 70 years without without some domestic violence?
I don't know.
Is that even possible?
I don't know, because
you think you could be with somebody 7 years?
Somebody putting pause on somebody
at some point.
Over 70
years.
Over 70 years. Somebody
like they smacked him upside the head.
She probably had. She done did something. He might not hit, but he done.
then grabbed her and shook her or something.
Yeah,
70 years.
Yeah,
you married 70 years,
and we're not. So, and this is we're doing reality, right?
Oh no, that's reality. Yeah,
and so we're not like making
love and obey. You be said. Good morning, Emily.
And we're not making light of the situation, but this is real lives. There's a lot of mental and physical abuse that go behind closed doors that people don't know, and it could be something simple. You know what I mean? Or it can be something really big. Yeah. And most people get through it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And they figure it out. And somebody just at one point, I know couples that be like, you know what? We too old for this. What is we doing? And then it just stopped. Like they get tired. Yeah. I was just talking to a boy cousin of mine who used to be abusive. Yeah. Like he said, he thought because he was in the street that he slapped, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, yeah. And then he went through this anger management, and then he remembered like the do's and don'ts and all this other stuff. And he just remembered that board, and he was like, what am I doing? Okay. And it like finally clicked on him. Right. That like, and cause then he was like, dang, I know if somebody did this, if you called me right now, Qiana, and said somebody slapped you, I'm coming to tear it down. But then I'm doing the slapping. Yeah, yeah. You're the abuser. Yeah. And he was like, I was basically, this is what real men do. Okay. You know what I mean? Like indoctrinated into this toxic society. Yeah. And we see it in all types of ways in relationships, the toxicity that we have been groomed to accept on either end. And so we need to talk about it more so we can change the narrative. Yeah, that's true. And I think it takes wisdom, it takes patience, it takes all of those things to and I mean just, keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, you should. Yeah. Keep your hands to yourself. So I have a question. If I do like a stress day where we like test some stuff up, if I can figure it out, like crash out rooms. Yeah, if I do an event with a crash out room, would y'all come out? I might. Let's test some stuff up, hit some walls, do some. I mean, so you got to tell me more about that. Just release your anger. Yeah. It's the release, because a lot of people got a lot of build up anger and frustration. True. You might not even know it till you throw something on the wall, right? Yeah. Like because you hold a lot of stuff in. Because I've seen those rooms and I've seen it. And she said she like with it. She ready to go. Look, everybody, yes. Look, maybe I'm overthinking it. Let's go. Let's just do it. No, because I saw Deontay. I think Deontay. Shout out to D. He did it. He had a video. He had like the suit on. And they were like had glasses and baseball bats, and I just don't know. Yeah, because you could be a nonviolent person, right? Okay. But you take a lot of stuff on, and where does that pent up anger, where does that pent up frustration go to when you can't release it? Because you have to do like somebody piss you off. There's a lot of self control to be like. It is. And so like it goes somewhere. Yeah. So let's let it out. Let's throw some microwaves. Go to the crash out room, schedule it, book it. We there. Look like you got some takers in the chat. Mm-hmm. All right, and so again, we having some not difficulties, but things don't always go according to the schedule. So we do have it in the chat that Tisha Campbell needed some additional time before she come on, and so we're gonna take a break, and then after the break, we do have council member and candidate for mayor, Brandy Gabbert's going to be joining us. And so when Tisha Campbell jumps in, I'm sure maybe mayor candidate. We'll just have both of them on. Yeah, we'll have them both at the same time. So listen, we know we put the advertisement, but y'all know how it goes. Yeah. Especially when you're doing Zoom and everybody, but we're going to give you what we told you. Yeah, we're going to give you what you asked for now. Mm-hmm. And so, even if we have to maybe just do a phone call, however we do it, we're going to get it done. But we definitely appreciate y'all and thank y'all for tuning in, if that's what you came here for. And so we're going to be back about 6 minutes after the hour, and we're going to keep this party rolling. Y'all make sure that y'all stick around for Freestyle Friday. Share it with a friend. And we'll be right back. Yep. Baby.
sister. I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just I rap about the trap don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams.
Peace in the streets, love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together,
Must stand together.
all together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United
stand
we shall rise.
fighting for
And you fight for me
till our race is done.
till we see God.
United we must
United we will rise. Clap with me. Clap.
God, we
Clap.
are one.
Yes, sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
G beat on the track,
Every
man, and I
day,
mean this is from the
fight
heart.
for peace, not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto is wishing. My dreams was in my hand, man, instead of so distant. Violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Yes, they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling at war with heat, I point the finger at the devil, boy, for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what? I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty held tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together.
Evacuation orders to Others shouted slogans including "No Jim Crow" and "Black Votes Matter."
And Black Votes Matter is the last thing we just heard.
That's what you heard if you was on the radio. Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother, John.
And this is Qiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See That.
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
the new
gangsta.
Baby.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
No, I know it. That's why I was like, we just gotta wait for it. And before we go any further, we do need to let you know that the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club is an independently produced program.
Mm-hmm.
The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carafesta Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. We want to make sure we covered all the bases. Mm-hmm. Nobody but us. So, yeah, take that.
You know what we're going to say? Don't call the principal, because he already know we the misfits.
That's right.
Right? And we do what we do, and we don't care.
But when you say I'm going to speak to your supervisor,
he already know.
Look, I am the supervisor. Yeah. that part. And we also have with us a special guest, not even a guest per se, but just a first-time visitor in the studio. But I remember seeing like some screenshots and some posts saying, look, I'm tapped in, tuning in to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. And so continuing our conversations with candidates that are running to become mayor for City of St. Pete. Again, our goal is simple, y'all. We want to make sure that we give you the opportunity to hear directly from the people who are seeking to lead this city, their vision, their priorities, their plans for addressing the issues and impacts. And so joining us this morning is mayoral candidate, my friend, Brandy Gabbard.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Long overdue.
Long overdue.
How are you so this
excited.
Morning?
I'm great. I feel like I'm getting it gets surreal because I have watched and listened for so long. You know, I'm a fan. So to be here with you all this morning,
this is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. And so we're going to jump right in. You're running for mayor.
I am. Yes. After 9 years on city council.
How does that even become an idea?
Well, I mean, certainly, you know, you've gone through it, you know, being in public service, you really start to understand the intricacies behind how local government affects everyday people's lives. Mm-hmm. And I've had the honor of doing that now for the last 9 years. And I really feel like, you know, we are at a place as a city that we need proactive leadership. Mm-hmm. And that is the kind of leadership that I have brought to city council every single day. And I feel as though my experience, I am ready to run. I am ready to lead. And so here we are.
Okay. I love that. And you're right. I have been through that. And I know the emotions that you process, the thing, like the way that you get to that decision.
Yeah.
That's a real big deal. So thank you for accepting the challenge and moving forward to do it. Mm-hmm. So we're going to talk through some of the things that are like on your platform. Mm-hmm. I have it in segments. We're going to try and stay decent and in order as much as possible. But the first thing is the workforce and city employees. So the work culture. So knowing that there's 4,000 employees helping to keep the city of St. Pete running every day, what kind of workplace culture are you committed to building under your leadership?
Well, I not only have been on city council, but I've also ran teams, and I currently am running a statewide real estate brokerage.
Okay.
I know how to work with people, not only to motivate them to bring out their best every day, but to treat them with respect. Yes. And make sure that we are taking care of the people that work for us and serve our city specifically. Mm-hmm. Also, being on city council, as you know, we grow really great relationships with the people who are on our team.
If you're doing it right.
If you're doing it right. And you should, after 9 years, have good relationships.
True.
And I see where, you know, we have great people that work for our city, and they are really craving to have a culture that respects them, that stands up for them, but gives them a vision for how we're going to move our city forward.
Right.
And I think with my unique experience, both in public service and in business at an executive level, that really I'm the one to bring that culture together.
Absolutely. And just going back for a second, the way that we met. Right. We met a candidate screening. I think that was the first time.
I think so.
Was 2016, 17.
Probably over a decade now.
Over a decade now. And it was a candidate screening. This was when I was working with SEIU, Service Employees International Union. Shout out to them. And it was amazing because the union didn't end up endorsing you.
Yeah.
But after this is what kind of sent the stock up for me. Was after you won, you reached out and was like, hey, I know y'all didn't endorse me, but
absolutely,
we got things to do. We got some work to do. And so thinking about that, you've emphasized collaboration and accountability in your platform. And so practically speaking, what would a strong relationship look like between your administration and the collective bargaining units that we work with?
Well, I mean, all the best policy that we create sometimes gets created in conversation with people who maybe we didn't necessarily agree with to begin with.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's where kind of the magic happens.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I have an idea, you have an idea. What I look for is where the collective goal is.
Okay.
And if we have a goal that we share, we can get there as long as we're compromising together.
Yes.
And that is how most of the policy that I have passed at City Council has been done, was by a collective effort in listening to residents, stakeholders, and really making sure that, you know, we're moving towards that goal.
Right.
I always say, you know, we can maybe disagree on some of the semantics of it all, but as long as we are working where we do agree,
right,
then we're going to find the magic in that.
Absolutely. That's why I always say, if we agree on everything, somebody's not being honest.
Amen.
Somebody is lying.
Right.
Amen.
Right. And then not neighborhoods. And so we talk about neighborhoods. That's a big part of just the way the city's made up.
Yeah.
St. Petersburg has multiple neighborhoods, some with different strengths, different challenges. How would you determine, or how would you guide your decisions about where to prioritize investments? That's one of the big questions too. When we talk about neighborhoods, we see some neighborhoods seem like they get a little more than others. So how would you prioritize? Yeah.
I mean, I think that again, you know, we have to work with our team. One of the things that I want to do as soon as I come in is I want to spend some real time in each department, understanding what their challenges are, what their strengths are, what they need, and then what they're hearing from the individual neighborhoods, so that we can then start to build that prioritization. We are a big city and we do have a lot of neighborhoods, as you mentioned. Some have a lot of institutional strength within them. Others need more support from the city. And resiliency is the top of my platform. It bleeds into everything that I plan on doing as mayor. And when we talk about infrastructure improvements, that's a great example of how we have to prioritize, but we have to do it across the city. We know, John, we did the neighborhood tours during the Resilient St. Pete Action Plan exercise.
That's right.
We know that's not just a coastal issue anymore. It's a citywide issue. So that's a great example of how we really have to look, prioritize, and make sure that those investments are being spread evenly throughout the city, and that we are bringing the highest priority to those projects that are going to have the greatest impact on businesses and the people who live and invest in these neighborhoods.
Absolutely. And then with that, seeing the changes that are happening in the neighborhoods, and of course, housing affordability continues to be one of the pressures on working families, seniors, longtime residents. Maybe let's talk about some of your strategies of what you would pursue to make St. Pete more attainable and livable, because that's another part of the conversation. Like, okay, affordable for who, all of that stuff. So attainable and livable is what I'm hearing now. What are some of your strategies and just thoughts on ways we can make that happen?
Well, I've done a lot of work in the affordable housing front. That's kind of what I came to City Council to do with a real estate background. But that has certainly changed over the years because resiliency, understanding the vulnerabilities that a lot of our neighborhoods have has increased pressure on other neighborhoods and made them a little bit less affordable.
So I'm gonna just pause and put them. There's a term I became familiar with. It's called climate gentrification. Yeah. For the people in the back.
Yeah.
Well, when our coastal neighborhoods, which is about 46% of our city, become less viable and less livable, people move into the other parts of our city. And that essentially pushes people out who have already been in those neighborhoods, sometimes for generations.
Yes.
And so we have to tackle this issue because it will continue to exacerbate the affordable housing crisis that we're experiencing.
Right.
But we're not going to build our way out of this either. So we got to talk about jobs. I mean, high paying, good wage jobs coming to our city and employing the people who live in our city is a critical piece of the housing and the affordability issues.
Right. Yeah, no, because that's another part of the equation, right? When you talk about what can people afford, like if you have, livable wages, good jobs,
right?
That usually means you can afford more,
right? Because y'all know where I stands with this housing, right? It's like I don't care if y'all put not one more building up, because we got so many empty ones right here, but people can't afford what we have right now.
Yeah.
And so if they can afford that, then now we have, then we're talking. Okay, go ahead.
No, I got it. No, so we also have a guest, a very special guest that has joined the chat. And so we're gonna pause for the cause. We do have council member and mayoral candidate Brandy Gabbard in the studio with us, but also coming in virtually, we have Tisha Campbell. We're gonna add you to the stage.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Sister Tisha, and so we're gonna make sure that it works as we try it and bring this thing together. And look like you might be traveling. Can everybody hear okay?
I am.
You can hear? I can hear.
Hi, you guys.
Hey, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for making time for the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club this morning.
Listen, I'm on the run, but I had to make time for you. How you doing?
I appreciate it. Killer Mike, that's one of my favorite songs. Run. and so you're here for a reason. You're in town this weekend, Mother's Day weekend.
Yes, Mother's Day weekend. I am performing. I'm doing stand-up now.
Okay.
Yes. I'm doing stand-up all weekend long for Mother's Day. It has been so, like last night's show, Tampa really showed up and we had a blast.
Wow.
It's at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow.
Okay. No, I love that. And just thinking about like how most people, they know you from like movies, film, and damn, Gina. How did you end up in doing stand-up?
Okay, so I just started about 2 years ago, right?
Okay.
D Nice, everybody knows who D Nice is. He kind of saved the world with music during COVID. He had a residency at the Kennedy Center. And one of the nights was a comedy night. His host fell out. I happened to be in town supporting him. And he was like, hey, can you host real quick? And it was really big people like Michael Che, Sherry Shepherd, Zainab, Gina Yashre, really big comedians. And so he was like, yeah, so you could do it? I was like, yeah, of course I'll do it. He was like, yeah, do 15 minutes before. And I was like, who are you talking to?
Right.
And so I went and did it anyway. And there happened to be an agent in the audience. And I've been doing comedy ever since. And it's been so great because now I'm really interactive with people. It's what I love to do. There's no screen between me and the audience anymore. I'm not playing a character. I'm really telling my business.
Which has always been funny.
Yeah.
Thank you. And comedians, stand-up comedians specifically would always say, you should do stand-up. You could tell a story. And I was like, I don't feel like bombing. I was actually really scared. But, after COVID, I was like, I'm going to do everything that I've ever wanted to do. And this is one of them.
And what would you say has been some of the biggest surprises, about performing live and then showing up for the audiences in this way?
That I could do it.
Surprised that you could actually do it.
I shocked myself. You hear me?
Yeah.
No, but it has been such an amazing journey. Like just being able to travel the country and see people who have supported me my entire career. And I've been doing this since I was a little girl. So 54 years now.
Right.
And it's been, it's been my honor to be able to serve in this way. And so now, I really get to be interactive. And what's really great too? After the show, we do a Q&A. So it becomes really interactive.
Nice. And some of the reviews, they said it's almost like a big house party.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, we've been having people left having such a good time. And my goal every single time is to let people forget their problems for a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
And that's what me and Finesse Mitchell is doing it with me. We've been on this Damn Gina tour all over the country. That's what we call it, the Damn Gina tour. And so everybody has been showing up. Everybody's had a good time. So it's been great.
Damn Gina.
Yeah.
And with Finesse, being with Finesse Mitchell, like we've seen you before, and you have like amazing chemistry. So what makes this partnership work so well for you?
Oh, you know what? It was strategic. We have the same agent, and so she was like, "I need to put you with somebody who can mentor you, who's a good person that you could be on the road with." And I know his wife. We've worked together before. We played husband and wife on a show before, and so to be with Finesse and to have him guide me and show me how to structure my stories and tell me how to delete and put things in, he's been such a great mentor.
No, I love that. I love that.
And you know what I love about this is that, like you said, you've been on TV and people watch you, like you feel like the girl next door, like you're definitely our friend. And the fact that you took the leap of faith and did something different, that shows people that it's never too late. Like, don't be scared. Just go, jump.
That's right. That's right. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what you do. Like, whatever you feel that you ever wanted to do it. Just do it. Don't listen, because for years, and I'm gonna be honest, for years I listened to all the noise that was surrounding me, telling me what I could or could not do. And I started to believe it. And so this is one of those things I was like, forget it. I'm just going to try. And people have been so inviting and loving and laughing.
Yeah. And you did talk about like laughter being therapeutic, and I've heard that.
It is. It's a healer.
Yeah. And so just being able to make that type of contribution, why do you think that that's another part of the power and the magic of the moment, to be able to connect with people?
I just think that there's so much going on in the world, and for me to be able to connect to people and give them a little bit of relief for just laughter. I remember, we're talking about laughter being a healer. I remember one time I was I was getting some tea from a coffee shop, and a guy in front of me, I was talking to myself. I always talk to my doggone self. Oh, I'm gonna get that Oprah tea. That Oprah tea gonna be good, right? So he turns around, hears my voice, turns around and says, "I'm gonna buy you your tea." And I was like, "Oh no, sir, I was just talking. I was talking aloud." And he says, "No, I'm gonna buy your tea." He was like, "Because you don't understand what you do." He was like, "I own 2 condominiums down the street with my fiance. I used to be in prison, and we used to watch you all the time, and you made time go by. You don't understand what you do for the people on the inside, so I'm going to buy your tea." And I thought, started crying, because you don't understand what you're doing for people when you just give them a little laughter.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm here.
I love that. And so before we go, we want to invite everybody out. We want to let them know it's Mother's Day weekend at the Funny Bone, right?
Yes.
Damn, Gina.
One show tonight, 2 shows tomorrow. Get your tickets because it sells out quick.
Awesome.
Now, before you leave, because you also have a book out.
Oh, I do. Thank you for mentioning. I keep forgetting. So I actually wrote a book myself. I didn't have a ghostwriter or anything. You don't understand how many people, because I have an autistic son. And so you have no idea how many people come to me and be like, write a book. And it was my writing partner for scripts who was like, "You need to just go ahead and do it." So I went and I did it. And it's the most fulfilling thing I've ever done. I want to be able to help people. And this is my way.
The A word.
The A word.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Yes. It's on pre-order now for Amazon. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for making time for us this morning. Everything's gonna be great.
Come on out, Tampa.
All right, Tampa. All right,
bye, you guys.
Have a great day.
All right, y'all. Again, great conversation. So if you're tuning in, you just missed if you just tuned in, you missed a great conversation with Tisha Campbell. So you can go back and actually review it.
And she here at the Funny Bone all weekend long. 1 show tonight, 2 tomorrow. She's saying they're selling out. So
general admission, and they said you can expect high energy, house party style comedy experience filled with storytelling, laughter, life lessons, and classic Tisha Campbell.
And then they doing the Q&A afterwards, so she ain't doing her mark. Get the step in.
Oh yeah, she's gonna spend some time with folks. She's gonna spend some time with the people. All right, and so we're gonna get back to the conversation. We also have in studio, mayor candidate, city council member Brandy Gabbard, and longtime supporter of the work that we do here with the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club, and it's really anything that we've done in community where we have alignment. To your point about, and that's another thing that I just come up to appreciate over the years. we very clear on where we aligned and where we don't. And even when we don't, it's not like a hard line.
No.
Right. And we've always been able to have conversations. I remember specifically doing rent control. And when we were doing the rent control, y'all know my meeting spot is the Childs Park Lake. And so we sat at the lake and, you know, you have these different camps in the organizing space, and they was dragging Councilmember Gabbard on social media.
Yeah.
And we sat down and she was like, okay, what do we got to do?
Yeah.
How can we get here? Like, I can't do that. But what can we do? and that was so sincere, so genuine. And we were able to do some things. Like we passed the Tennis Bill of Rights and worked through a lot of those things. But just the fact that you were like, they dragging me. and they was like really being brutal.
Yeah.
And we sat down and we had a conversation about like, what could we do? Not because of that, but just even in spite of that, I would say it that way. It's not like, oh, they dragging me, I got to do something. But it's like, hey, like, this is hurtful.
Well,
this
I
is
was
tough,
listening.
and I'm listening, and I really want to do something,
Right.
but I can't do the thing that you're asking.
Right.
And that was amazing. So I appreciate you with that. I mean, I'm full of stories with Councilmember Gabbard. So
No, I mean, I like it. I mean, just when you look at somebody in leadership, because for me, when I go in there and mark on that ballot, I want to think, I know that the person's not always going to do everything that I want them to do, but I also want to say, I want to believe that they're doing what they believe is right for everybody and not for themselves. You know, I always have this thing, do I have to be right?
Yeah.
Or do I want the situation to be right? Even if I don't necessarily agree with it, don't mean that like, I have to, what I say go, and leadership has to take I out of it.
Yes. And make it a we thing.
And take it a we thing. And I've seen that in you.
Absolutely.
You know, so that
let
there.
me change the banner. It still says Tisha Campbell.
Oh, sorry.
That's not Tisha Campbell. That is Councilmember Gabbard.
Although she is amazing. So.
Oh, yeah.
And she looks good.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And so before the break, before we did the interview, we were talking about flooding and infrastructure, neighborhood level. And so I just saw that there's some conversations about making long-term investments. I just want to get your take on what types of long-term investments would you prioritize so that communities could see some permanent investments, not just these temporary fixes.
Yeah, I mean, we have, as you well aware, $700 million stormwater master plan. And within that master plan, it very clearly lays out for us what the return on investment for those investments would be, specific to the number of properties that could be removed from the floodplain. I want to take a look at that with our engineering team and really start to prioritize based upon which investments are going to get us that highest return as quickly as possible.
Not like a blank check to say, okay, here you go. Here's $700 million. Go be great.
Absolutely not. No. And it does have to work across our entire city.
Right.
And we have to be very clear with the voters. What you're talking about is a referendum that we're going to bring forward, most likely, to the voters in November, asking them if they want to be taxed on their property taxes for us to do these investments. The other thing I want people to be real clear about is that it's not just stormwater. It's also wastewater. It's also potable water. And so I don't want people to believe that if they give us this money, we are just going to be investing in stormwater. That is not the current administration's plan. And so I think everyone really needs to pay close attention. I've been pushing for a very long time for us to realign our balance between wastewater and stormwater. We've spent hundreds of millions of dollars on our wastewater system, which is certainly something we need to do, but we are woefully behind on stormwater. So under my administration, we would be looking to strike that balance to make sure that we are addressing both needs, because just as important as it is that you can flush your toilet, you also need to make sure that if at all costs, you can keep stormwater out of your home. Both are equally important to people.
Absolutely.
So we as the city have to make them equally important.
Right on. All right, let's get into economic development and jobs. All right, so in St. Pete, if St. Pete is serious about strengthening its local economy, which industries or sectors do you believe represents the strongest opportunity to move the city forward?
Well, again, don't want to sound like a broken record, but resiliency being our biggest vulnerability is also our biggest opportunity.
Say more about that.
And there is so many businesses that are being created across the world, the country, other states, in the resiliency space.
Okay.
And so I've been working for quite some time now to bring a program, as one example, to St. Pete College and working with them on a resilient mitigation workforce.
Okay.
This is a specific construction trade that isn't your, kind of everyday trade. It is a 6-figure jobs, creates new businesses, and it will teach people how to elevate and help us mitigate structures.
Okay.
There is nothing like this happening anywhere in the state of Florida. And we have an opportunity to bring that program here from New Orleans and be the first in the state to run a construction trade program like this.
Wow.
This is just one example.
Okay. Yeah.
In the resiliency space, there is new technologies that are being created, and those business opportunities should reside right here in the city.
No,
We are ground zero for the effects of sea level rise. We should be ground zero for the response.
I love it. And I see in the comments, what's your position on the data center?
On the data center. On data centers in general. I started to say, I haven't had no data center come in front of me, so I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Generally,
But data centers in general, certainly they suck up a whole lot of power and a whole lot of water. And in a city like ours, neither one of those are a resource that we can afford to waste.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'll leave that there, but
no, I hear that, and
got to pay special attention.
Because they making the moves like really take. And do we even have enough land anywhere for a data center
In a built-out city?
Yeah,
No,
it's not here.
Someone got no.
And even if we did,
No.
thank you.
There you go.
All right.
I'm glad you were.
I'm glad you asked. And then there's again still in the spirit of economic development and jobs, the small business climate. So
Yes.
small business.
It's Small Business Week.
It's Small Business
Happy
Week.
Small Business Week, everyone.
Shout out to all the
We
small
all got
businesses.
some small businesses.
Amen.
Everybody got some
Amen.
small businesses.
I hope y'all paid. I hope y'all paid on.
The LLC.
The LLC at the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
I hope
Make
y'all
sure that
did
you
it by the
make
30th.
Hope
Please.
they're all still in business.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that's not in business.
No, it is.
And with that in mind, so small business often say that navigating city processes can be difficult and expensive. So what changes would you make to create a more responsive and business-friendly city hall?
Well, I mean, one of the first things I'm going to tackle when I get into City Hall is our permitting process.
Yeah.
You were on City Council with me in the days after the storms,
Yes.
and we saw firsthand where those processes really can hold up progress for people.
Yeah.
And it's not, I mean, yes, single family homes and all of the buildings, certainly we need to do permitting processes for those, but it's also going to be good for our business community.
Yeah.
Larger businesses can sometimes absorb that. They have people that are experts in permitting. Small businesses, they just can't.
Yeah.
The number of small businesses that I have met that have talked about how they were ready to open their doors maybe a month, 2, 3 before, but they were waiting on the city.
Ooh.
Time is money.
Yeah.
We
I know
know
a
it.
lot of people who put money into businesses and the permitting just went, and they lost so much money.
Yes.
And the permits was like,
No,
damn near
there's a
impossible.
business that was in District 7 that actually went that way. They opened Central Oak Park. Shout out Tasty Treats, and they were open. Not open. They were ready to open for 6 months.
Yeah.
And they couldn't open, and they used their savings to start the business.
Yeah.
And burn through their savings just paying rent.
Yeah.
Waiting for permitting and waiting for.
And I
that
know a
process.
couple of businesses like that got the lease, did it, got
Mhm.
excited, did the demolition and started.
Yeah.
And the permitting just wouldn't allow. And that's crazy.
Yeah. So that is first, if you want to talk
Sure.
about first 100 days.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's really aligning our departmental culture and working on our permitting process.
Okay.
Those are the
I love
first two
that.
things I'm going to jump into day one. And that's the other thing about being on city council for 9 years.
Yeah.
I don't need a learning curve.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to walk right across the hall into the mayor's office and be ready to hit the ground running day one.
Right.
I
Right.
know our processes. I know our people.
Yeah.
Nobody has to show me where the pencils are kept. Like
No,
I'm
that's right.
ready to go.
That's right. And as you say that, it's one of the transitions for me transitioning into council out of private citizen, right?
Mhm.
There's some constraints and also some freedoms.
Right.
What do you anticipate as maybe some of those challenges, like, okay, going from a policymaker to now going to an administrator?
Well, I mean, it's certainly a mindset change, right?
Yeah.
Because the mayor's role is an executive role.
Yeah.
And so, it's going to be a little bit of a personal adjustment, obviously.
Because like working with staff now, you can't direct staff. You make suggestions.
But I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it because I believe that a city runs better when their leadership knows what's happening.
Yeah.
They speak the language. When the staff comes to them and shares with them what initiatives they're working on, especially when they're working on initiatives with city council.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Being that I've been on that body for 9 years, I have such a respect for it. And I have good relationships with the people who are already sitting there today that will still be there when I'm elected.
Nice.
And so I'm very committed to making sure that between the mayor's office and the council office, that there's also that collaboration and making sure that's another way that you never take your focus off of spreading everything throughout the city. Because if you're meeting with those council members and you're learning their priorities, then you know what the pulse is across the city and you know what needs to be addressed. But if you're just in the silo of the mayor's office, it's hard to know what those 8 representatives. I think you should never lose track of the fact that there are 9 people represented for this city. 9 people elected to be the voice. And so you need to listen to all of them.
That's right. I hear that, and I love that as a strategy. And you mentioned it, the chuckle, because you said if you're using the representative, again, we're in a representative democracy, right? So we pick people and we say, hey, you go and talk to them on my behalf. The chuckle was the balance, because we've seen some representatives may not be as in touch with their constituents as we'd like. No shade, no tea, just reality. But definitely appreciate that as a perspective, because hearing that, knowing that you can't be all places at once, but if you're engaged and you really have good relationships with the representatives, you can actually still make some things happen. What's coming up, Q? What's on your mind?
You know what I'm thinking about? So I know everybody's going to want to ask gas plant.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Let's talk about the gas plant.
What's your thoughts on the gas plant and like moving forward, where do you think that should go?
Well, I haven't been quiet about my thoughts and my opinions on the gas plant and where we are today.
Okay.
Our city looks very different than it did in July of 2024 before the storms. When I voted and you did not, respectfully, that was a place where we did not agree at the time.
Right.
I feel like everything kind of happens for a reason. And while, I was committed to that deal at that time based upon what I felt like it was bringing to our community, our community has changed forever after August and September of 2024.
Wow.
And we can't look at anything the same.
Okay.
And now we're in this position where we are reacting and we didn't take the time to really reset and drive that engine ourselves to figure out what we wanted for the future of that site. We've been given an amazing opportunity. It was painful to get to this place. A lot of money spent and a lot of, hard work and time and everything that went into that. But now here we are on the other side of recovery. We should be looking at that opportunity through a completely different lens, and we should be speaking to the community to find out what they want from the results of any development. Right now, we're in this reactionary position. And I don't blame any of the developers who have put forward a proposal. Absolutely.
That's
in
the
the
name of the game.
of
There's
any
nothing there.
sort of plan,
Right.
why would they not? But we have an opportunity to pause, do a real exercise of community engagement that I have been pushing for, that passed 6-2 on city council for us to pursue. And then at that point in time, we will be able to know several things.
Right.
How we could even pick a developer based on the situation we're in now.
Right.
Should we even sell all the land?
Okay.
We don't even know. Well, right.
Yeah.
And your opinion is a very popular one.
Yes.
Should we even sell all 86 acres? Or is there a better way to maximize the long-term implications of that property?
Right.
I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
So I understand this. I speak this language. And let me just tell you that to sell a property today for $200 million and some change versus what it could be in 10, 20, 30 years, in a time when budgets are tight.
Yeah.
We had budget committee yesterday.
Okay.
Budgets are tight.
Yeah.
We aren't making any more land.
Right.
It just seems to me like this is our golden opportunity to make sure we get it right.
It's a generational impact. And then when you talk about the budgets being tight, just maybe some insights as to what you heard yesterday. Like I didn't see it. Like what's kind of the lay of the land? I remember some of the other conversations around this $18 million shortfall that was projected. Is that still a conversation that's being had?
It's not as dramatic as it was even earlier in the year. It has certainly come much closer, but I will say there have been some decisions that have had to be made by the departments, and they were all, kind of challenged to reduce their budgets this year. Now, I think fiscal stewardship is very important, making sure that we are, really tightening up everything to ensure that every single dollar meets its maximum benefit for people. One of the things that we, in the plan, if it passes for the October 1st budget, is to not eliminate jobs that were vacant.
Okay.
So we will see that throughout the budget in various departments.
So if we're hiring now,
vacant,
we'll just say
the position was vacant then, and it was not one that was vital resources.
Okay.
So no service will be impacted. Levels of service will stay the same. But if there are positions that have been sitting open, we are not going to be filling those as of this time.
Okay. Gotcha. Thank you for that. And I'm hopping all over now because I'm just so excited. So just going back to gas plant, and you mentioned something that you pressed for that passed 6-2.
Yeah.
Would you mind saying a little bit more about that and what the status of it is right now?
It was essentially a resolution requesting that the mayor and the administration pause the selection of any developer until we did a comprehensive planning exercise. I brought forward a organization called the Urban Land Institute. They are a well-known national organization that doesn't have any skin in the game.
Okay.
Very important. It's not comprised of developers and what they think the site should be. It is really a very independent body of big picture thinkers, land use, attorneys, architects, people who can come to us with experience across the country and say, this is the best use for a property like this. And what they do is they have a very in-depth community planning exercise that they would come here to St. Pete. They would work with stakeholders. I've been working with a stakeholder group, a very diverse stakeholder group for quite some time to even get to this point. So right now we're working on the scope of work for the second phase of that, which actually would be the community involvement piece. And so, I continue to press for that to happen. And, that is the path that City Council is currently on for a majority vote.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just this weird, it seems like there's this misalignment because all of that great work and everything that you just said sounds amazing. But on the other side of the city hall, they're saying by June, we intend to pick somebody. How do you navigate, like, okay, this is what we're working on, but then the headlines and the timeline that they're proposing basically, can I say, ignores all of the work that you're doing? Like, are they even including, because that just seems like so disjointed to me.
It is, and it's confusing for our residents. It's confusing for even the developers that have put in a proposal.
So let's pause there. Again, you have representatives of community, 6 of which said, we want you to go this way.
Yes.
And then the administration is not going that way. I just want to flag that. And again, the confusion, how you navigate that. How do you get past that?
I'm listening to the residents of the city of St. Petersburg, and I'm going to continue to push forward for this planning initiative. It has already been said that an agreement would not even come before City Council for final vote until summer of 2027. So, I mean, that was said in a committee meeting by the administrator for the department.
So you pick the developer.
And you and I both know it took 18 months to negotiate a deal last time. So
look, I had all kind of reactions.
Do you have like PTSD a little bit? I know, me
PTSD
too.
on that.
Yeah. Somebody asked me the other day if I was watching what's going on in Tampa, and I said, "Why do I have to watch that? I lived through it."
Yes.
Like,
yes.
yeah.
And it is like it's really real what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, and so if the developer selected in June, they're saying it'll be another year before you even start the negotiation.
Yeah, before like we would be to a place where city council would be asked to vote on something.
Yeah, because like
but
the terms
even if it's picked in June, and let's say administration change,
mm-hmm.
then let's say now we go back to the plan that you want. Now we got to scratch.
I mean, I don't know. I think it pretty much depends on where we are with the development selection, and none of us have a crystal ball.
Right.
Okay.
It is certainly the prerogative of the administration currently to make a selection that is within their administrative rights, and the charter allows that. I just think that if we're reading the tea leaves and we're listening to our city council, we'd be hard pressed to push something through at this time.
Absolutely. All right. And so if you're just tuning in, we're here with a mayoral candidate, current city council member, Brandy Gabbard. We talked through some of her positions on the workforce, city employees, union relationships, some neighborhood community work, economic development. So let's talk about public safety. That's always a big conversation. It means different things to different people in different communities. And so what does a safe and well-supported St. Pete look like under your leadership?
Well, I think it certainly looks like community trust in our departments, in our law enforcement, certainly in our, public safety, knowing that, when you need them, they're going to be there, but that we are not over policing our communities, that we are, really making sure that we are having fairness across our city and that we're using the same policies throughout every neighborhood. And we're making sure that we are really treating people fairly and keeping our people safe. But I think public safety extends into a lot of different things. I mean, we know that we have some of the most dangerous roads for road users of all types in the entire country.
Yes.
That is a Pinellas County moniker, unfortunately, is the most dangerous roads in the country. It doesn't have to be that way in St. Pete.
Right.
We can change that. We can implement our complete streets plan. We can make sure that regardless of your means, maybe you can't afford a car, maybe you don't want a car.
Yeah.
You should still be able to bike or walk or scooter or however safely. Safely. That is another public safety issue.
Right.
People are dying on our roads every single day.
No, and I appreciate you lifting that up because again, public safety, the default setting on public safety is police, and
that's exactly where they go to.
Always.
But you're not thinking about your e-bike riders and scooters and the accidents that's happening with them. And like somebody just lost their life. Somebody pulled 9th Street.
Going
around that curb. That's not it's not safe.
Right.
It's like 9th and 9th.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know exactly what that is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so with that, under the public safety umbrella call program, of course, and the alternative response, St. Pete's call program has received national attention for diverting certain nonviolent calls away from traditional policing. So how would you build on the programs like that moving forward?
Well, I was proud to be on city council when we initially started that program. That was in response to George Floyd and what we were seeing and what we were being asking of our police to make sure that, not everything needs a uniformed officer to show up, right? And the nuances of why people call for help. I really want to applaud Chief Holloway and just the entire team that has made that program what it is. We were just speaking about it yesterday, again in budget, and we are going to be hiring more navigators for that. We are going to be increasing that budget. We will, continue to work on that agreement. And I am very committed to seeing how we can make that program even more robust and what other uses it may have. There could be other things that we haven't even thought of yet that might be a softer approach to really being able to support our community. And so I know it's good for the officers. They don't want to go on these calls. They're not trained to go on these calls. So it's good for them. It's good for our community. And it's one I've been very, very proud to have been a part of.
Absolutely. Q, what you got?
Nothing. I can't read. Oh, I'm trying.
You don't have your glasses.
I guess like some stuff can pop out at you, but it's all blurry.
Mm-hmm.
But I am getting that they love that initiative.
Yeah, love that initiative.
Yeah. Charlie Funk say he need to meet you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's make it happen, Charlie.
Attention to the maintenance roads as well, without wasting money. Leslie, thank you for that comment.
What about the youth?
Yeah.
Oh yes. Well, I'm raising a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Not only am I city council member and a businesswoman, I'm also a mom.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
boy
listen,
mom.
boy mom of all things, keeping our kids engaged, keeping them active, I think the St. Pete Youth Farm, this is a great example, right? Of a program that we have here in the city. You know how much I love that program.
Yes, absolutely.
To me, that
we
is...
were out there chopping wood together.
Oh, yeah. We volunteered a few times out there. And, we have ambassadors, and these are our youth that we bring into this program. And we're teaching them urban agriculture, but what we're really teaching them is community and, being responsible and reporting for a job. And, those are the kind of soft programs where you're really building that skill set that our youth needs.
Right.
And, we've talked with the Dream Defenders a whole lot about some ideas that they have around, utilizing our youth to get out into the community and share the programs that we have.
That's right.
I love that idea. Really just engaging our youth because idle hands are dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If we don't keep kids busy, we were all kids once, we know.
Absolutely.
And especially in the summertime.
Oh, yeah.
We see crime tick up in our youth. We see all of that. And so making sure, I heard, yesterday, one of my colleagues talking about a internship program for the city hall so that, teens can, come and intern during the summer.
Nice.
Those are great ideas.
Yeah.
Replicating that ambassador program to a tech program. He, colleague was talking about that yesterday.
Right.
Those are the kind of ideas that they live within our community, but we haven't really grabbed them.
Right.
Now I hear that, and what I heard you say twice in your response to that question was from my colleagues, right? Because even if you're not the originator of this idea, you can recognize a good idea,
absolutely,
right? And being able to say, okay, hey, that's a good idea.
Many hands make light work.
Yes, absolutely, all the time. And we got 6 minutes left, and
6 minutes left. One more thing, CRA.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotta hit this because that's another thing. It's hard to get the money. Brother John is on a committee. They're working on there trying to figure out what to do. Because the CRA was put up there to help the people in the community, but the people in the community is not getting access to it. So what is your thoughts or plans on that?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the outcome is for the exercise that you're going through right now. Because and the only thing that I wish was that the city was actually leading that exercise.
Me too.
Yeah, right. Because there could be a collaborative process by which the city and the community-driven initiative could work side by side. Yeah. Because ultimately, whatever you all bring forward, we have to buy into.
Sure.
And so if we were there in the creation of it, wouldn't that make it a lot easier?
It would.
But really it is that 10-year time period where we need a little reset. We need to sometimes you got to break down a program. Yeah. To really kind of build it back up. Right. Anytime we start something, and I've started a lot of things at City Hall, employee assisted housing, programs that you start them.
Aries?
I'm sorry?
Are you Aries? Okay, So Aries, we start stuff.
Yes, we start it. And then a year or so goes by and maybe we need to tweak. Maybe we need to look at it again. Maybe it didn't quite pan out the way we thought it would. And that's okay. There's no failure in that. Right. The failure is in not recognizing
that's right.
And so here we are. Yeah. Now we're at an opportunity. And so you're probably going to be done with this right about the time for a new administration.
Yep. September, October.
Right. So, that is something that I would be committed to really digging into and figuring out. We keep those dollars in the community to do the most good. But if they're not getting out to the people that need them. Right. And I've been very outspoken and critical about these programs when they've come before city council. Yes. A few times. Yeah. And not always popular either. No, but that's okay because sometimes you gotta kind of, ask the hard questions to get to the meat of what we're trying to do.
So look, we need to do a lakeside chat. That's all. Because I got stuff I want to say, but I can't say it here.
I love it.
We have a question in the chat. Are you going to make collaboration partnership with the city? when you become mayor, are you going to make collaboration partnership with the city when you become mayor?
Well, I think if I understand the question, I would just say my motto has been from day one. It's even been my hashtag since my first campaign. Let's work together. It's not a motto. It is just the way that I approach policy, period.
Yeah.
You know, again, if we aren't working together, we're missing the mark.
Yeah.
They're asking us to bring you back.
Yeah.
And they want to know what's being done with Duke Energy.
Oh, so City Council, Councilmember Richie Floyd, and then I have been very happy to support him back.
Yeah.
You were on City Council, I believe, still whenever we passed the resolution to do the RFP for the feasibility study to explore doing municipal power.
Right.
I very much support this exploration of this.
Yes.
In that time, I've also learned a lot about cooperative power.
Okay.
There's a lot of different ways that this could be done. But right now, what's happening is that it took about 6 months for that RFP to go out from the administration for whatever reason. We have finally gotten some responses back. So I'm looking forward for that selection committee to bring forward someone. But that is just to do the feasibility study.
Yeah.
That's not even to tell us.
Yeah.
Is it feasible? Will it save our residents money? What would it take?
Yeah.
But we know across the state, there are other people that run their own power that have taken it back from a private power company.
Yes.
And there are people running cooperative power. So it can be done. It's just about how much is it going to cost and then how much will it save our residents at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So that is something that, you know, as the mayor, I would be committed to continuing to move forward with. I also believe, because we're in this place right now where our agreement is up with Duke and the administration's continued to do negotiations with them. I feel like a feasibility study, if we were going to have to renegotiate with them, would allow us to negotiate from a place of power.
I hear that.
Knowledge is power.
We're going to have to land this plane. But you did good because Sharonda said she answered even though I messed my full sentence up.
That's okay.
Caller, we don't have time
we don't
to
have
take
time.
the call. But we do have maybe 30 seconds if you wanted to give a final thought, closing
Oh,
message
this is
for
Don
the
Jackson.
people.
You go ahead.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, I would just encourage everyone who's interested in my platform to check out my Facebook page. Go to Brandy, BRANDI, 4 St. Pete.com and check it out. And if you are interested in exploring the vision that I'm putting forward for the city, I hope that you'll connect and support.
Amen.
Right. And I think you're going to be back on the station June 30th at 5:30.
Oh, yes.
With Pastor Sykes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that bring you back. That was that call.
Yeah.
She's coming back.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm looking forward to that conversation as well.
And for those who need to register, registration deadline is July 20th. Mail-in ballot request deadline is August 6th. And the early voting is from August 8th to 16th. And the primary election is August the 18th of 2026. All right, Q, what we got cooking?
You know, be the change you want to be and see. Write down those 5 things that make you smile and giggle tonight. Flat sober feelings.
All right.
Right. And get your listening room tickets.
What's the new date? The 17th,
The
right?
17th, next Sunday.
Okay, and we'll talk about it on Monday.
We will talk about it on Monday. We're going to talk about it all week. Don't worry about
all the things.
All the things.
And then also there's a Community Voices Town Hall that's actually happening on Tuesday at the Sunshine Center. We'll talk more about that. You'll see the flyer, see the promo. But we want to thank y'all for tuning in. This has been an amazing ride. Thank you again.
And go
for all
see
that you do.
And go see Damn Gina.
You got to say it like that. All right, up next is Sister Hughes.
Lose your shoes.
Shout all around the house. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
And this is Qiana.
And we out.
Bing, bing.